See, you gotta work it out. That's my phone. See, you gotta work it out. Come on, baby, work it out. Being an entrepreneur and having a full-time job can be extremely difficult. Those things don't always mesh very well together. It's all about time management. It's all about time on task. It is about keeping my head clear and all of those things. And I'm also a mom. So trying to balance all of those things at one time can be hectic, but that problem solver in me, that ability to look at a mess and make it into something helps me to be able to get through those tougher moments. My brand is Riley's. Riley's Flower Garden is actually the beginning of something bigger that I plan to do. Riley's Flower Garden, however, is a paper flower company. I work mostly in the event industry, but also in homes, in businesses and things like that. And I create custom decor. Entrepreneurship is amazing, but I can say that it's not for everyone. Everyone is the boss, like who are the workers going to be? Some people don't desire those things, and I don't feel like people should be pressured to want to be an entrepreneur just because it's extremely trendy right now. Like, I'm gonna be my own boss, I'm gonna live my own life, but a lot comes with it, and you have to be actually more willing to follow and to serve to be an entrepreneur than people think. So it's more about servanthood than it is about being out in the front of everything. Social media does create this false sense of entrepreneurship is so great. Look at me, I'm at Starbucks at 12 in the afternoon because I don't have a job, but you're also up at midnight in sweatpants, tired, crying on the floor, trying to figure something out, trying to problem solve. So I do think it paints like the prettier side of it, and it doesn't show all of the hard work that goes behind entrepreneurship, all of the, like we said earlier, sometimes failed relationships that go behind entrepreneurship, all of the positive moments. It always shows that. It shows the victory, the glory, and that's a great part of it, but it does not show the dark moments of entrepreneurship. It's rewarding for me because I honestly like to work. And so putting a lot of effort into something and it's mine and I created it and I reap the benefits of it and I can decide where it goes and how it works, that is like the best thing about being an entrepreneur. I don't know if I found a balance in making my relationships, my personal life, and my business work. That's a tough thing because people who aren't doing it, they don't understand, and they don't mean any harm by it, but they just don't understand. I've lost a couple of friends, tears, and I've strained a lot of relationships. I can say it's kind of weeded out some maybe unhealthy relationships and made the ones that I have a lot stronger. Pros, I get to work when I want, I get to do what I want, I get to choose who I want to work with. Cons, I always have to work, even when I don't feel like it, when I want to take a nap, or I might have to miss a special event with family or friends, because when someone pays you to do something, you have to deliver on that. That's definitely one of the cons. And also, in having a job, if something happens, there's a mistake, there's like a chain that it falls on and whose fault it is, who has to deal with it. But when you're an entrepreneur, it's your fault. No matter how it happened, you have to figure out how to fix the problem. It's all on your shoulders. That's helped me to grow, but that is a very hard thing to deal with sometimes. My circle is they're like instrumental in me being able to do what I do. I have people that I randomly text all the time and ask questions, and they just answer me whatever the question may be. I read books. I'm always watching podcasts, listening to podcasts. If I have the time, that's another thing, to go to a networking event, I'll try to do that as well. But enrichment and growth and all that comes from my circle. I don't know everything. I don't know even what I'm doing most of the time. And so having those people who I can call on, even if they don't have advice for me necessarily, but they can just listen and understand what I'm dealing with, that is extremely helpful. That's how I've gotten as far as I have. My New Year's resolution was to be successful, but not in the general sense like finances, but to actually be successful in what I'm doing, follow through on task. We know as entrepreneurs, you have a million ideas and you want to keep doing all these things, but the follow through, the completion can be hard when it gets hectic. And so actually any task that I start, that I must successfully complete that task. And so that's my New Year's resolution. Every day I have a to-do list. One side, I have this little notepad. One side of it says yes, with a lot of S's, like yes. And the other side says nope. And so I'll write everything on the yes side. What I do not complete, I write on the nope side because it's really sad. And then I'll try to start over the next day and get things done that way. But that is the only way that I'm able to keep teaching and my daughter and my business in my head and get everything completed is by writing it down. To get through those rock bottom moments, a lot of times I'll first start off with like a shower or a bath just to kind of get whatever I have off of me mentally. And then I may call someone, ask them what they're doing, if I can do anything for them to shift my focus off of my problems and onto something I can do for them. And I might not find a solution in that, but it just gives me a moment just to think about something else besides myself. And sometimes there's a little nugget I can pick up in whatever it is that I'm doing for someone that'll give me an idea or something to kind of fix what I'm dealing with. Superpower is being able to put things together, looking at a situation, walking into a room, and being able to problem solve, figure out what the problem is, where things go, and being able to do that very easily and naturally. I'm Chloe Jacobs, and you're watching Grindtime with Nightwolf Productions.